Yay, I got it! Whew. So now we just gotta lower it the rest of the way and set it on the ground. Hopefully the hoses reach. Well, fuck-a-doodle-doo! Welcome back to Just What I Do. Let's let them out real quick. I got the cute little goobers over there. Let this half out real quick. Let them go around, do whatever they want to do. Play in the snow. Or what's left of the snow right there anyways. But welcome back to Just What I Do. All the animals are taken care of. But today, we've got a big project to tackle. I have to fix Big Blue. Big Blue needs help. Yeah, there's a honey. So, let's go to the garage. We'll talk a bit more, and I'll explain what's going on with Big Blue. And as you can see, I've got half the garden turned over because I'm impatiently waiting for spring and growing season and all that fun stuff. There's Goldie. All has to do is dance. Shall we get out of here? I hear your mama. I hear your mama. Come on, you two. Oh, sorry, bunny. And here's the Big Blue alligator. Always out doing something, huh? If you didn't know, he is a blue heeler part Belgian Malinois. He's only 1 year old. So he's my big, come here, blue alligator named Grizzly. Super wigglebutt. So, let's head to the garage and I'll explain what I gotta fix on Big Blue. So this is what's wrong with Big Blue. What the heck is Big Blue? Big Blue is my dad's truck. I let him borrow my car so he can go to work. I had to tow him home with the green machine, the Toyota, yesterday. And we come to the conclusion that the fuel pump went out. Now, I'll show you in a little bit on where the heck the fuel pump is. This is going to be a fun chore. It's this big giant thing got to replace, and of course the fuel pump is up in the fuel tank, which is up underneath the bed of the truck. Couldn't make it easy to get to. Why would that be simple? But let me grab some things. We'll go over to Big Blue, and I'll try to stick the camera up in there on exactly where the fuel pump is. So that is the chore for today, or the biggest chore for today, is to get Big Blue back up and running. So we are going to replace its fuel pump. To do that, I have to drop the whole fuel tank without spilling it, because he just got gas. And that's Daisy you hear in the background. She's bad at the fence. So, let me gather some things that we'll go over and I'll show it all to you. Or at least attempt to. Now, this is not a how-to video. This is a Just What I Do video. I am not a licensed mechanic. I'm just a jackass of all trades, a dumb DIYer. How do I know what I know? I don't know. But I have never done this before. This is the first for me. I've done the Toyota a few times, but I've never done a big truck like this. It's a Dodge Ram D250, so it's a pretty big truck, and the little Toyota RAV4 pulled it all the way home. So, let me gather some stuff, we'll head over and see if we can get this done before he gets home. Just one less thing he's got to worry about. So here we go. Okay, we are under Big Blue now. Now you can't really tell, not a whole lot of space, but this big black thing right here, that is the fuel tank. All the way down there, all the way down there. And what we are attempting to remove, or fix today, replace, if I can get the camera up in there. That right there. That right there is what we need to replace. That is the fuel pump. That's where you find it on a 1998 Dodge Ram D250. So that's what we need to replace. But to be able to do that, I need to drop the whole fuel tank, because that's the bed of the truck. That's not gonna work to pull it out simply. So of course it has to be a little bit of a bugger. So I'm gonna rig up the floor jack, kind of brace it real quick, and some other stuff so I can bring it down far enough to hopefully pull it out. I'm not quite sure how this is all gonna go. But there is 2 metal straps holding the whole gas tank up, so I have to remove a bolt. I know you can't really see, but there's a bolt right there. And then on the other strap over here, that one right there. I need to remove those 2 just on this side, and then the arms swing down, or the straps swing down, and we can pull it out. And hopefully, without spilling, drop the gas tank to get to that fuel pump, because there's, I believe, 2 or 3 hoses, I can't quite remember at the moment, I think it's 2, that we gotta be careful that we don't stretch and break. So, I'm going to jack up the tank, and hopefully I can bust those bolts loose without help. Because my dad's at work, I'm just trying to get this done for him so he doesn't have to do it. One less thing he's got to worry about. So I'm going to stop talking and see if I can get this done. I probably won't show too much because this isn't a how-to video, this is just what I'm doing today. But that's what we're attempting to get to. Hopefully I can before he gets home. Got a couple hours, so see if we can get it done. Oh, I've got this all rigged up. This is the floor jack. It's sitting right underneath the tank. And hopefully, if things go right, I'll be able to unstrap that tank and slowly lower it down with the jack and just have it sit on these logs. And that should give me enough room to slide the tank out, or slide the pump out of the tank and put the new one in. Hopefully. I don't know if there's going to be enough room or not. If not, I'll have to slide the tank out somehow and try and do it out here. But for now, we're going to jack this up to where it's sitting right against the bottom of the tank, not to like crush the tank or anything, and to avoid the straps, because I need the straps to swing off. Get that snug against it, like so. Hopefully they'll keep it in place long enough for me to get the bolts out and everything situated, and I can slowly lower it without sloshing gas everywhere. It would be great. So, now that we got that all situated, now I need to get under there and knock those bolts loose. Hopefully they come loose. Alright. Let's do this. Okay. I got it all unbolted. Luckily my dad hit it with penetrating oil yesterday. So the bolts were actually easy to get out. That was surprising. This has never been done. This is a 1998. This is the first time the fuel pump's ever been done. So I'm very thankful to my dad hitting it with penetrating oil yesterday and let it sit overnight. That helped a lot. But I got that first strap out. That second strap's gonna be a bugger. The only thing that's holding the gas tank up at the moment is the jack. Is the floor jack. So I think the only way to get that strap out is to lower the tank a little bit And hopefully I can finagle it out, because you have to remove them to be able to drop it all the way down, because as you can see, it doesn't sit right to be able to let it drop all the way down. So I'm gonna slowly lower it. Hopefully it doesn't get all tippy and sloshy, and maybe I can get that bracket out at the same time, which means I'll just have to do everything in reverse later. And I especially have to watch the hoses in the pump, I don't yank on those too hard. So I guess let's lower it. Yes, it's coming down super slowly because I don't want gas everywhere. Yikes, scared me. Can I get it? Yay, I got it! Whew. So now we just gotta lower it the rest of the way and set it on the ground. Hopefully the hoses reach. Slowly. No, you're not watching it in slow motion. That's actually how slow it's going down. This side isn't coming down. I'm gonna have to go back under. Check out why. This side isn't moving. Okay, I think I figured out why it won't go down the rest of the way. That is the fuel tank right here. And there is this that runs into it, is why this side won't go down. So I have two options. Again, I've never done this before, I'm not a licensed mechanic, all that fun happy ass crap. So, there are two things to do. I can go under and see if there's potentially enough room to pull the pump and slide the new one in. And if not, that means I have to disconnect these right here and pull this apart and finagle it down. Of course it couldn't go easy. Why would it go easy? That's weird. So that's my two options. I'm going to try the first one. See if I can finagle it out. The pump, that is. Well, I just got that first pipe off. As you can see, it had that soft coupling here with the two straps on it. It's no big deal, it goes right back, slide it back into that hole, redo the couplings here, it's all good to go. But as you can see, there's one more attached to the damn tank. So, I've got the clamp off right there, that's what that one goes to, is right there. But I'm thinking of removing that one too, and maybe just pulling it from there. It might be easier, I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Just trying to get it done. So I think if maybe I unscrew that one, maybe it might pull easier from there. I don't know. Give it a go, see what happens. And then hopefully this tank can actually lower. If I get that off, we should be able to do it then. Hopefully. Yay! I finally got it down on the ground. I decided to pull the soft pipe off the end of the hard pipe, because it bends and finagles easier, so hopefully I can get it back together just as easy as it came off-ish. But for now, yeah, I got it down! Now I gotta get to, camera will behave, get to, that part that's sticking up right there. Come on, camera. That's sticking up right there. Yeah, pull that out. Hopefully I don't have to pull the whole tank out to be able to get to it. Hopefully there's enough room now. So let's go see. I'll try and show you before I put the new one back in. If not, I don't know. Okay, here we go with day number 2 of trying to replace this darn fuel pump in this 1982 Dodge Ram D250 pickup. Yesterday I kept saying it was a 98. I kept getting the age mixed up because that's how old my car is. Or 89. I don't know. I kept saying the wrong year. It's a 1982 Dodge Ram D250. But anyways, so this is what the new pump looks like. I would have been almost done yesterday if it wasn't for these damn hoses. Here's the old one. It goes together like that. We took it apart to get, there's a couple things off of the old one you need for the new one. Like this part right here we had to save, and then the resting cap you need to save. But it was a bugger getting that out. Or the worst part was trying to get these hoses undone, because this has never been done. You know, this was all factory from 1982 when it was first built. So I don't know how the heck to get these fittings off. I had absolutely no clue. So I was working on it. My dad showed up, and I decided to take them off of the fuel line, the metal fuel line at this end instead, because then I can replace the hoses if they, they're damaged or whatever. It was just kind of the smarter way to go. So yeah, that was just the smarter way to go, was to take it off on the metal fuel lines. But they were a bitch to get off. One of the clamps was so friggin' rusted I couldn't get a screwdriver on, because it was clamps like these. But I couldn't get a screwdriver on, I couldn't get a socket wrench on, I could nothing. But, so we ended up busting that clamp, and that hose slid off no problem. That was the other hose that goes right here. But this hose just would not come off the metal pipe down below. The teeny tiny metal pipe sends the fuel everywhere. So we ended up cutting it off, slitting it down the side and just cutting it. And just replace the hose. It was easier. Go to O'Reilly's, they'll replace the hose. Or you can buy new hose. We just bought a 2-foot section. Yes, there's too much hose, but it's better to have too much than not enough. So, oh, and also if you're having trouble with your fuel gauge, it's not registering right, and at first you checked the cable back behind, that it's not loose, and if that wasn't the problem, then it's probably you're probably going to have to replace your fuel pump pretty soon, because this is the fuel gauge right here. This is the float level, lets it know how much is in there, and as you see on this one, it's really nice looking. On this one, it was starting to get a little corroded looking. So that explains why he was having trouble with his gas gauge too. But the reason my dad knew that it was the fuel pump is they did the whole spark test with the spark plug in the engine, and then a friend of his had him take off some stuff and have him pump up the gas and try and start it, and there was barely any gas coming through, so that gave us the idea of fuel pump. So that's what I've been doing for the past 2 days. It's my fuel pump. So now, all that's left is to take the plastic off the float and do everything in reverse. So I'm going to crawl over on that side and slide it in. Yes, this thing compresses. That's so if you hit something up underneath. If something up underneath hits the fuel tank, it compresses rather than breaks. Yeah. So anyways, as I was saying, I'm going to crawl over on that side, slide it up and in, and then reconnect this hose, reconnect the electrical, and then come back out and hook up these freaking evil plastic lines. To get those lines on right there, it took a lighter, a little bit of Vaseline, some hot water, and a lot of force. I'm trying my damnedest not to break these damn parts. But this was a bugger to get in, so I smeared some Vaseline on the gasket, some Vaseline on the plastic piece, and it slid right in, no problem. So if you have trouble getting these parts on, use Vaseline. So I'm going to stop talking, get to work. I'm not going to show you everything, because I just need to get it done. This isn't a how-to, it's just what I do. So let's get to work. This is literally how much space I have to work with to get those hoses reconnected. But I got them on. The clamps as tight as possible without busting them. I made sure the electrical is still attached and that other hose. So now we need to jack it up high enough to be able to put the straps back on, and as I do that, I gotta make sure that pipe comes up and over and doesn't get hung up without spilling the gas everywhere, hopefully. So now we're on to the jacking back up part. We got the whole pump back in, reconnected, all that fun stuff. Now I just have to jack it back up, put the straps back on, reconnect those two pipes, and we're finally done. And then we'll turn it over, and hopefully it turns over and everything works like it's supposed to. Cross your fingers. Well, so far I got the tank up, took the porter power to help lift this side up. I've got it set some wood blocks underneath just in case something gives out. It just automatically was set on those pieces of wood blocks real quick. But the trouble I'm having now is trying to get the damn bolt to line up in the hole to hold the bracket in place. Because I've got the porter power sitting right there, it's got the bracket up and tight. Just can't get it to thread. That's my problem at the moment. So my dad just arrived, so he's gonna come out and see if he can give it a go. And then we'll move the sorry. We'll move once we get at least the front one threaded and tightened. We can move the porta power to this bracket, because as you can see, it's not wanting to go around all the way because it's plastic and there is a half a tank of gas in this thing, which means it's kind of bowing, flexing with the amount of gas that's in it. So once we get that one tightened over there, we can bring the porta power over here and slowly swing this bracket up and into place where it's supposed to be. Hopefully. And then I'm having a little trouble with that clamp right there. Once I get that clamp to tighten, then I can put the last pipe in. That's the only thing that's hanging us up at the moment, is this one stupid clamp and the bolts that go to the damn brackets. But everything else is pretty much done. So once we get the bolts on the damn brackets put back in, that clamp to behave, and that pipe put back in, we are freaking done. And then we'll fire it up and see how things go. Hopefully there's no leaks, because I really don't want to pull this back down just to fix a damn leak. But I've used a heck of a lot of Vaseline to get all these damn pipes back on. But it's working. We're almost there. Ugh. Hopefully we can just finish this. Last couple things and we'll finally be done with this damn fuel pump. and I really hope this was the actual problem. Because it was stumbling. 1 minute it would run fine, next minute it'd be stumbling and die. It died on them twice. So, really hope this was the problem and we can get this done today. So, the next shot, hopefully you'll see it firing up. If we can get these damn bolts to behave. Okay, here we go. Well, as you can see, we got it all back together. Got the electrical put back in, got all that stuff rolling again. But something's not right. It's not sounding right, and there's a weird tick. It reminds me of something being off with the timing now. But we did accomplish what we needed to do, and let's get the fuel pump back together. Or the new fuel pump in and everything back up, which was a chore and a half. I struggled with the electrical, but I'll talk to you more once we shut this off. You might be able to hear me better. Well, as you saw, we did get the new pump in. And everything is working good with the pump wise after I got the electrical re-put back in, because for some reason it popped out, so I had to crawl back under there, reach up and under, and put the electrical back together on the pump. But the pump is working good. There is no leaks from any of the hoses, the freaking evil hoses. But it took me 2 days to do, with a little help from my dad. But now we have a fuel leak at the engine. So, not quite sure on how much you saw when it was running or how much you heard me. But we have a fuel leak at the engine and its idle is off now. So, not quite sure what's up with that. But I'm not going to bore you with that in this video. I may do it in a different video when we figure out what the heck's going on. But for now, I'm going to end this video. I'm sure it's long enough. Putting a fuel pump in a 1982 Dodge Ram D250. Replacing the fuel pump. Jeez, you clown. So, I'm going to stop rambling. If you made it this far, you are amazing. I greatly appreciate you watching this far. I'm sure this video is long enough. I'm going to go edit this video and get it out for this Tuesday, because that's when you'll see this, is a Tuesday. So, help me hit 1,000. I'm really close. Last time I looked, I was at 920, so I'm really close, which is awesome. I greatly appreciate all the support and all the people who actually watched this far. It's just amazing if you made it this far. So I'm going to stop rambling. Hope you'll whack my like thingy, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions or whatever. And as always, go out there, tuck in your crazy, adjust your crown, and I hope you have an amazing day. And I'll catch you on the next episode of Just What I Do, which may be a mountain video. Having a little trouble fishing, but I don't care. I'll sit up there until I catch something. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. There he is. There's handsome boy. Bye, people.